Through one we were created, to one we shall return. For indeed the truth lies in one congregation, which unfortunately we have adjourned. I believe in no division, I believe in no sect, for we are all unified during submission, and after all, he is only one, correct? You see, I witnessed the fall of civilization, as well as the birth of destruction, the rise of an evil through coercive seductions, the force-feeding of crowds and the mass manipulation, the theories of the proud leading us into disasters, stimulation. Oh, what have we here? A population trafficking through avid configurations. Atheism laughs at the believer's speech. So sad, the situation of the weak. Into society's crafted simulation. Defeat. All I see is the great deception. The new age, following the craze, obstructing through loose plague. Look at how we question God, but swallow the news page. Discredit our own blood just to model the new ways. See, many of us have fallen astray. Ambiguous we have been made through false conjectures and the premeditated syllables of the trained. For indeed it is the skilled who bestow thrills and commit sins to kill. All the stories they tell and try to glorify the emporiums of hell. Temptations of glass, see-through trash. Or what have we gained from disbelieving the one who maintains, the one who made us in fact? It's a fact we have mocked the greatest and trapped ourselves in a maze so amazing the past. Even though we forget it, it still follows until the day, and at last into the grave we have passed. How can we forget the Creator when surely He's the only Savior we have? You see, I look at the sun, I stare at the moon, I smile at the stars and fall in love every day I consume. I look at the ocean and I wonder its mystery. I float to outer space trying to escape this earth's misery. I live in a world full of blasphemy. The wicked hold such a status full of ego and jealousy, yet wonder why they still remain in a state of agony. I look at the people from a distance, painted smiles and dry tears. People pretending to hold relations of bounty, but how when they've forgotten who gave them these fine years? I'm afraid for the imbeciles and the twisted, the ones who batter the innocence off a child's back and justify their decisions. Is this what we call a court of law? Or is this a sort of flaw? To convict the poor just to fill the space behind bars and let the rich flee as long as they hand over a portion of their quota. God, this is tyranny. Take a look at our religion. From the beginning we have been blessed with the truth, until the fine philosophy was risen and struck the minds of a few, which now corrupts the generation's vision. The generators of legislators, sedating the minds of civilians. Ignorance now separating us through theories of spineless chameleons, multiple villainous arrangements. Surely this is the time of transgressors. Hypocrisy attained and remains in the minds of the inventors. So I ask now, who are we to stand up so high, demanding the respect, acting like we don't bleed and somehow believe it's us who hold the power to judge and keep humanity in check? How can we proceed and allow segregation when the truth was handed to you? You still neglect the revelations? Gun via gun, it was commanded to you. See, Islam is not the glitch. What the media displays is a form of fictional propaganda, and you blindly conform to their pitch. Muslims are not the enemies, disbelievers are the enemies, the ones who gang up and point fingers through postulated schemes. That doesn't mean that non-Muslims are the opponents though. It simply states that those who discredit us due to the actions of deviance and then generalize with the aim to falsify existence, they must seek atonement. See, I am Muslim, and it is necessary to believe our Ummah is one. I'm no different than you. Surely the difference between us is none. We cannot blame the ones who don't listen, the mindless who have been raised to believe and trained through superstition, taught by the elder generation, whose generation before never learned or cared. Instead, they just followed their present exhibition. Indeed, the media has defined us, designed us, and testified against us to make the public despise us. See, with this being said, we must stand up. Otherwise, we will continually get stood on. We must not fear the system. Why? Especially when our true purpose is to do good upon. Islam teaches purity, piety, and righteousness. See, the straight path, Sirat al-Mustaqim, the desire of enlightenment. Others look inside our religion and see that some of us hate each other. I'm Sunni, he's Shia. No! Look at what we made each other. There's only one type of Muslim and one God above. Please don't judge me because of my religion. True Islam is peace, unity.